Hi.
Hi.
Oh my
I'm getting
gosh.
comfortable.
Get
Getting
comfortable.
comfortable.
And honestly, you and I actually I look forward to our little recordings because I feel like
It's relaxing.
it's relaxing, but it's true like best friend time because you and I
It's like
like
catch up.
it's a catch up time. It's a
It's
catch
a
up
catch up.
time.
It's a catch. It's
Um
like a gossip time.
yeah, except we're just filming it for everybody else.
Yeah, because people need to know our thoughts. But yeah, I do look forward to like our catch ups because I actually get to see your face and I actually
I
get to talk shit
know.
with you for like
I
a good couple hours, and we just
know.
trim it down to a reasonable time for
A
listeners,
reasonable time.
which is nice. A
The list
reasonable
will
time.
go on. Yeah, I know. I was like thinking the other day, I was like, damn. Cause like as we're trying to figure out our new recording schedule because shit be busy over on our end. Our two a month, our bi-weekly episodes that are starting to come out. It's just kind of like it dawned on me the other day. I was like, damn, fuck, I really need to talk to Chauncey about this. Like I got some thoughts about this.
Oh,
Like
there's some thoughts that we have, but I am wearing our new merchandise that's dropping pretty soon because this beanie is life and I have a bad hair day. So I was just like, let me just drop this beanie on. But
beanies
yeah,
look
this beanie,
so good on you. Like
I love
you can
beanies.
pull off a beanie
Thank you.
solidly. You know, the me
Thank
first
you.
beanie, I love it.
Yeah,
It went through a few renditions, but it's
I
there.
like
It
this
looks good
rendition.
now.
I do. I like it. So we'll be dropping this soon. We'll let you guys know when it drops. But like, I love a beanie, especially it's been so effing cold out here and like storming. So like, this is perfect.
Well, you guys are about to get another storm.
Yeah, I guess
Like
this
a quote unquote storm
afternoon.
because the last storm was like actually the Southern California storm. Like it
Oh,
didn't
that was
really hit y'all.
horrible. No,
Did it
it wasn't.
really?
It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as you guys. It's like there was flooding, but not like what you guys like. We didn't have what you guys had. Like this storm was supposed to come, I think, this afternoon because right now it's bright and sunny.
Oh,
It's
good time to
beautiful
film.
outside. Yeah, but around 3 o'clock, it's gonna be like storming. So
Ooh, I
I
hope
will
you
be in
ain't
my
going
house.
nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere, nowhere. But we have a lot to talk about.
We do. Okay, first and foremost, we need to talk about this Super Bowl that just happened.
I've already
Exactly.
told people it was the Usher concert. It was
I
not anything
mean,
else for me.
I get it because you're not a Niners fan. It wasn't
I
a
am a I'm a Niners. I'm a Bay Area fan. So the Niners are playing. I will support them. I support
well,
anything Bay Area. So I was rooting for the Niners. I was at my sister's and her fiance's like house to watch it, and they're all hardcore Niner fans. And I like what I love sports. Like I'm a sports person,
yes, you
so I
are.
was.
You're like way more than I am when it comes to
Oh,
sports for sure.
I'm way more chaotic. Like I love fantasy
Mhm.
football, I love basketball, I love soccer. So I was a Niners, like I like Bay Area teams. So I was like, Niners, go for it. I was praying for the Niners to win because I just didn't care what was going on the other team, to be honest with you. I didn't care. It was in my spirit to care about the other team. So yeah, like I wasn't really down for the other team winning. And it was such a last minute win. They just looked
Girl,
it was
my heart,
horrible.
it
It was a
broke.
horrible
My heart broke.
like legit when that final touchdown happened, I literally picked up my bag and walked out of the house. I looked like the LeBron James meme when he gets up from a press conference. He picks up his little suitcase and his little bag and his little shorts and walks off head high. That's what I look like. And I was just like, I'm done. But the Usher concert was amazing.
Girl, I was at a Super Bowl party at my friend Mike's house. It was huge. We had like 20 people. I thought we were
There's
gonna
a
have like
lot.
freaking 12 people, and like
No,
I
it's a
showed up
lot.
with my freaking idea to make these loaded tots, which were really good.
You do make
But
it great.
freaking a, like lots of people. I loved it, but there was so much anxiety in that
Yeah,
room. Oh my gosh!
there's
And that
too much.
final, and like honestly, like I was like, they're gonna win. They're gonna fucking win. And then the guy next to me, Connor, was just like, "Ugh, stop it! Don't jinx
Yeah,
it." And I was like, it is 3 seconds on the clock, and they are on the
you
four
saw it.
yard line. Shut up! Like,
No, like it just I have nothing to say. I was just like, because I was gonna leave after the halftime show. I was like, okay, Quince, my sister was like, I'm gonna leave like
no,
after the halftime show. I had hella work to do, so I was like, I'm just gonna leave. And then like I was like, this is actually a pretty good game. Like we're doing good. Like I want to see we're taking Jello shots. It was cool. And then yeah, and then I left because I was like, I can't take any more disappointment. I was gonna leave before people start like driving angrily on the freeway.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm gonna get home before people start losing their goddamn mind. So it was, it was that.
You
But
know,
Usher
I went
Raymond,
to go do dishes afterwards. We
and
lost.
that's a good thing for you. I came back. I took a long hot shower, and I drank some tea because my voice was dead from screaming at the TV. And yeah, because I'm a very chaotic sports fan. Like
You
I
know this.
suggest to you, do not ever watch like any kind of like Super Bowl or like NBA finals with
Intense,
me.
like something's really intense.
I literally scream at the TV. Like I'm not a good person to watch sports. I'm too competitive. So I know that about myself. But the Usher Raymond concert, genius. When
Oh,
he looked like a straight up slut. And I loved it. Baby was a
yes.
slut. He was slutting there for the masses. Baby was looking like a slut. Baby came out like a straight up pimp in that little bling white coat. And I was like, "Oh, daddy's home, Usher baby, Usher baby." I was like, "This." He had a catalog. People forget he had so many hits,
I
and like hit
literally
after
was
hit.
just saying that, like, literally when he was going through all of his songs, and they were like maybe 5 or 10 second clips
Yes,
of those songs, but it blended really well together. But I shit you not, the whole house was just
yes,
like, feeling
because he had
themselves.
hits.
I'm like, oh my God, I
Yes,
forgot about this song.
he had hits. Like he came through looking like a true slut that he was for the masses. Like it was beautiful. His vocals sound good. He was skating. He was skating. I'm not
He was
skating no Super
kidding.
Bowl stage. I would have fell. He
I
brought
would
all everyone out. It was good. It was a good
It was
performance. Like
literally it was chaos on the field.
yes,
It
yes.
felt like the chaos that what Vegas is.
Yes, and that's what I loved about it. It was true to Vegas. He did all the things like I'm sorry, like
What was your favorite
I
part of the halftime show?
I don't know, there were so many like when he first came to the stage and went to this camera at his face and he like looked at us like Ursher baby, daddy's home. I want him to say daddy's home so bad. Okay, but he played all the hits. He played all like OMG. Yeah. There's no single point that I'm like it was not good. He
I
did
feel like
great.
literally we were like all sitting in the living room, and as soon as he took off his shirt, all the men were like, "Oh!" and the women were like,
Yes.
"Yes!"
Yes, like, no man can be like, "Oh, it wasn't good enough, like, it was fine." It was just like, "Okay, like, he did great." Sorry, I saw a fly and I got distracted, and I was
You
like,
got
"Where'd that fly come from?" So, like, yeah, like, he gave us all the hits that we did not know that we needed, but we did,
You know
and
what?
if you don't
I
put
was I like literally it brought the whole house was singing along. The whole
if
house.
you did it, it's weird. It's if you did it, it's weird. Like, it was just the hits. So, Ursha Raymond, thank you.
Ursher Raymond. What about the
Thank you.
controversy about how Alicia Keys sounded?
She looked great. She looked great. She did. She looked great. I'm not gonna not that body yada yada. She looked great. The body was on point. Face was on point. I have a lot of she hasn't we get sometimes it's
The words are just escaping at this moment.
I have so many thoughts, but she sometimes you lose your voice. Sometimes you lose your voice and you have to come back. But she looked great. She
She
looked
looked
the body
phenomenal.
was perfect. Every guy,
When they cut to her in that big
yeah.
red cape and all that,
Yes.
just blowing, I was like, "Damn!"
Yeah, her body looked amazing. She looked beautiful like per usual. So I was just like, my boo. I honestly, and I know this is controversial, but that song, My Boo, it
I
used to
can't,
irk
I
me a
can't,
lot.
I can't,
I
I can't,
can't with that
can't,
song. But when
can't.
they sung it, I was excited to hear it, but I do not like hearing that song. And the song that they started off with, the other song, If I Ain't Got You, I cannot stand that song. I cannot stand it with a passion. I don't know what it's done to me in my high school career. I don't know what happened to me, but I hate that song. But they sounded great. Like I said, Usher was a slut. He slutted up for the masses, and I love a slut. I love a slut moment. So shout out to Usher for giving us slutty moments.
I love
And
it.
thank you for reminding me that us millennials had some great music. That's all
We
I got.
had phenomenal music. We have like the music that was brought forth in our era. I swear, there has yet to be any. Oh
No.
Lord.
So everyone's saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have done the Super Bowl when he got announced." That's Ursha baby, Ursha Raymond.
That
Okay, when
is
he did like they brought out Little John. They brought
the
out
whole
Will I Am,
the
Ludacris.
whole
I'm
stadium
sorry,
lost
and then
their damn minds.
yes, Jermaine Dupri. I don't know what the fuck he was wearing. I know like a little pilgrim.
Honestly,
I
he
don't know what he was
popped up
looking
out
like.
of nowhere, and I was like, "Is that Jermaine? Is
That's
that
not Jay. I was like,
Jermaine?"
sit down, sit down. But Ludacris looked good. Lil Jon been working out. Lil Jon
I
worked out. I said,
know,
look at him.
little shit, Lil John.
Yeah,
Him
but
and his
they
little
played all the
meditation
hits.
app that he's coming out with.
Yes. Yeah, I will definitely listen to it because he's gonna meditate me. Okay, I love Lil Jon, the East Side Boys. So yeah, it was great. It was great. Like I've been listening to Usher nonstop for the
Nonstop.
past like week.
I've been in
So
my like late 90s, early 2000s era R&B.
yes, like
Mhm.
you have to like that was good music. Like if you, I'll tell you how Usher was a big deal for us in the fourth grade. Yes, in the fourth grade. That mind you, we had no business listening to Usher 7 o'clock on the dot, nice and slow. We had
7
no business listening. To that.
on the dot.
Yes, it's a
Yep.
great song. With Kimora Lee Simmons in the video, iconic. Okay,
Woo!
yeah,
That's
gorgeous.
when music
So
videos were music videos.
like real videos. So
Like, yeah, oh.
fourth grade, our fourth grade graduation promotion ceremony, they call it, to go to fifth grade. We did
Mhm.
a rendition of Nice and Slow, but for school. Yes, and it's so like
What?
looking back, and I was like, who let us do that? Like, who let us
Who
do that? Like,
okayed that song?
and like the worst part, like we changed the lyrics. So like when they go like it's 7 o'clock when our drop top cruising the street. Talking about we got a really pretty school waiting for us. Like it was just so chaotic. But like, I still know the song. I'm not gonna sing it because I have a terrible voice. But Camelot in Castro Valley, all the fourth graders. I think it was 98 that we
Y'all turned
graduated
it
in
into a
97.
commencement song.
Yes,
Nice and slow.
yes.
That's some
It
creative
stays with
wording.
me. It stays with me. Like anyone who ever went to Camelot in Castro Valley, like 98, 99, like that was like what we did. Yeah, and it stays with me that we sung Nice and Slow, but a Camelot graduation version of it. So.
You know what? I feel like we all have those Usher moments. Like I don't have a nice and slow moment related to school, but when I was in high school, we did a cheerleading routine that like got us to like all of these competitions for the Yeah song. So there was
That's a
like
great
the
song.
whole, it's a great song, but honestly, because I listened to it like on loop because of practice,
Yes,
I can't with the song.
I
I
love A
can't no
Town
more.
Down. Okay, he said Ursha Baby. I was like Ursha Baby. Like when it came out, like I watched the Super Bowl performance like twice since it came out. I've like watched it on YouTube. I've made everybody watch it with me. I'm like, you need to watch the full clip. Like I'm sorry, like no one can say anything. That man's 45 years old, looking like a hoe snack, giving
Oh,
he's a slut, and I keep saying he's
and
a slut. Slut.
his ass got married right after.
You know what? She done locked that shit down. She said that's
She's
slut
like, I
behavior.
saw what I saw.
Okay, I'm with somebody, but it was such a good show. It was such a good show. But
It was
I know
good.
we have you reminded me before the podcast, we talked about the Grammys. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the Grammys happened. I'm not gonna lie. Like I forgot. Like I know I watched it. Like I remember having it in the background when I was working, but I forgot it happened.
It wasn't
Like I
that
forgot.
it wasn't like super memorable. You know what I remembered was Jay-Z's speech.
Oh,
That's like
that's
the
different.
only thing I remember from
Because it made
that.
sense. Because it made sense.
Because
That speech made
you know
perfect
what?
sense.
He's like, when I'm nervous, I'm honest. And I said, yes.
No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. But outside of that, we got to keep showing up.
Be honest, because it's true. Like, I'm sorry, like all the artists who've won the Grammys, album of the year, of course, that's amazing, amazing feat to get that album of the year. But it's
Yeah.
very interesting that Beyonce has never won it, and I'm
But
like,
she got the
it's
most Grammys.
most Grammys, but haven't won the album of the year. And I'm not like those people who are like diehard fans of like certain people. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I have some controversials. I have some controversial people that I love.
I
I'm
mean,
flying out to Seattle to go see one, so I understand. Like I know myself, but like it's very weird. The woman who has the most Grammys has not won album of the year. It's very interesting to me.
well, he said it. He's like, look, by your own standards, by your own
Well,
numbers, this shit don't make sense.
the math ain't mathin'.
The math is
Okay,
not nothing.
okay. Like he was standing on business, and he was right. Like it's very weird. But Beyonce
He
is
like
dropping.
called them out in the most like direct yet also like
beautiful way.
way possible.
Yes, better than
He's like,
me.
"We
Better
love
than
y'all,
me.
but you're fucking up. Like,
Yes,
I just wanna
like, I
make
had his
sure you
daughter
get
on
it
stage
right."
too.
Like,
I had his daughter on stage. I was like, "Oh, this is 10 on business." But, like,
that
Beyonce
poor
trying to
girl, that poor
she
girl,
was
though. Like, she was
she
like,
was
"What the
like
fuck is happening right now?"
she was like, "Ooh, ooh." But honestly, Beyonce dropping a country album, she's from Texas, so it makes sense. And people forget, like, country music, black people were in country music way before it was like
Yeah.
popular. People
It was
forget that.
it was
So
segregated, that's all. Like,
yes,
way
that's what it
back in
is.
the day, it's
Yes.
segregated, you freaking all that's the thing, is
Yeah.
like, I grew up with country music. I
Yeah, I
love
actually
country
did too.
music.
Like, people are
So
very
it's
surprised that I know country music because my grandma
I
loved country music.
yes. You know what?
Yes.
And it's about time. I'm
Yeah.
here for this. Like, let's diversify this music genre to, like, what it was and
Yes.
not be so freaking whitewashed.
And the funniest thing is, I'm gonna tell you right now, I saw this meme that says, Beyonce, please don't do country. Just not because we don't think you could do it, just because the ticket's gonna go out even faster. Like, we don't have time for ticket sales. Like, it's already hard to find for our lives for tickets now. Can you imagine more people getting tickets? Like,
I
it's gonna be a
can't.
horrible. It's gonna be hard. But I'm excited to see her country album. Like, 'cause I know she's from Texas, so like it makes sense. It's gonna be good. So
Oh,
if
it's
people are
gonna
not
be
playing her
so
music,
we you know what? LA is gonna turn into, like, even more like, because ever since, like, Yellowstone came out and all that kind of stuff, like,
yes,
and it's so funny though, because it's like growing up in the country, like growing
yeah,
up in the country, it's so funny because, like, I know for real cowboys, I know for
yes, you
real, like,
do, you
farmers
do.
and like ranchers and all, like, I know for real people that do this, okay? And so when I come down to LA and then I see these fake cowboys is what I call them.
They are, they are.
It just cracks me up, but I just know damn, like, it's, you know what, they're gonna double down on it. They're gonna double down on it now that, like, Beyonce's bringing it back, which is fine, honestly, because I hope there's a little bit of, like, Beyonce Renaissance flair to it. You know
Yes,
what I mean? Because it's
it
not
would
gonna
be
be like
fun.
the nitty gritty country. But
No.
what I will say though is, like, I mean, as soon as I saw a cowboy, quote unquote, in LA wear a Balenciaga jean jacket with a cowboy hat, I go, shut the fuck up.
Well, get ready for it, baby girl. Get ready for it. You're gonna see a lot of that. Like, it's country time. Like,
I was
I'm
like,
excited
shut
for the
the
outfits.
fuck up.
As a fashion person, I'm excited for the outfits. But talk before we get back to like all that. I love the Met Gala. It comes in May. Everyone
Yes.
knows that. And it is announced that I can't think of the theme right now, so I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna misquote myself. But the cheer people, they choose people every year for the Met Gala, right? They
Mm-hmm.
cheer people. Chris Hemsworth, a look. That's a look right there. That man's a look.
I mean,
Okay.
he's always been really pretty.
Bad Bunny is Benito is an icon of the fashion. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
fashionista man.
he has his own style for sure.
Yes, and then there's Jennifer Lopez, who of course that's J Lo,
That's
Versace
J Lo.
herself.
You know what? She hits
Yeah,
every
so
time. She very rarely does
and
she
then,
miss.
and then we have the icon herself, Zendaya,
Zendaya.
who was on the bar.
Ooh, that
So yes, so I'm waiting to
I
see what
saw it.
Zendaya
I
pulls
saw
off.
it. It was all over my feed.
Yeah, the Dune World Press Tour they're doing, the outfits are killing it. Her and Florence are killing it. Like, I love a Zendaya on the red carpet premiere. It's just beautiful to me because she'll give us a fashion moment that we don't deserve as people, but we get it and we love it.
Yes. But we get
We
it
don't
anyway. I was like, you looked phenomenal.
for no reason. Like, it's just
She's like, this is
the
just a
archive.
premiere. This is just my
Yes,
movie premiere.
yeah, no
Let
big
me come
deal.
out here and, like, totally rock all of your guys' world.
Okay, like archives. Let's go in the archives for this. But yeah, I was talking about fashion, love fashion. The Grammys totally forgot about that. I just don't recall it. I just don't care enough to recall it.
Yeah, wasn't really like anything. I mean,
No. No. Like, it just didn't. There's
it just
yeah.
didn't hit. Okay. Well, we definitely have to talk about. Okay, we talked about, like, some pop culture moments, but there is definitely some things that you and I have to talk about documentary wise. Because here's
Yes,
the
where do we
thing:
start first?
we got to start with Yolanda.
Okay.
Yolanda? Ooh, girl,
If you don't know who Yolanda is, she murdered Selena. Okay. If you
he
don't know who
murdered
Selena is,
her.
we're not about Selena Gomez. We're talking about, Selena, Miss Dreaming of You, Miss the Mexican superstar
Bitty
herself who
bitty
was shot.
bum.
one of the best songs ever, who was shot at a very early age by Yolanda, who has been in prison for X amount of years, and now she is up for parole.
Next year.
I think,
Next
yes,
year,
which is,
she's up for parole.
I didn't know you can get out from parole for that. Like, I'm sorry, you
I
murdered,
didn't
like,
know
you
that you
murdered
can
in
go
cold
up. I mean,
blood.
she was sentenced to life in prison.
Yes, in cold blood, she murdered her. Okay, like if you don't, if you never know who Selena is, please go look it up. And
I'm gonna need you to educate
and then
yourself.
go look up, and if you need to, go watch the Jennifer Lopez movie Selena, which is actually a great movie, actually, by the way. It's a
She
great
did a
movie.
phenomenal job. She did a
I'm
really
gonna get,
great job.
yes. If you don't understand that Yolanda is trying to get out of prison and telling her side of the story,
The fact that Oxygen, which is the people, the network that are giving air to this freaking documentary, is beyond me. Ain't nobody want to listen to Yolanda.
I didn't know she was still kicking, to be honest with you.
I thought
And
she
I'm
was
sorry.
dead.
Yeah, I thought she's been dead. But the thing is, I hate to say this, like, you on site getting hurt on site. When you get out that prison cell, like, you on
Oh,
site.
she
Like,
ain't
there's so
getting
many people
out.
who don't
She
like
ain't
her.
getting out.
Like,
She'll be
for
dead.
your own safety, don't get out. For your own
For
safety,
your
just stay in
own
prison.
safety, don't get out.
Like, who
Watch all these
greenlighted that?
Mexican gang members just come for her.
I mean, everyone's after, every race will be after this woman. We all watched the movie.
True. That's true.
I
We
was in
all watched
fourth
the movie.
grade.
I was crying.
I cried
was
at the very end. I still
crying.
watch that movie and cry. I was in fourth grade. Yeah, fourth grade was a big year for me. Usher soundtracks, Selena, like a lot of fourth grade thing happens. Fourth grade was a big year.
Fourth grade
But
was a
like,
really big year. It was like, yeah, I remember fourth grade being pivotal.
yes. I remember when Selena died, it was on the news. My mom was like this, oh my God. I didn't, my mom was like, oh my gosh, she died. And I was like a child. And I was like, oh my God. And I watched the movie like a year later because it came out super soon.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, if I hear Dreaming of You, I still cry. When that rose hits the ground,
Oh my God, right?
still cry.
Oh,
It just hits my. So Yolanda, whoever on auction said, let's green light this. They
let's
have
greenlight
nobody
this.
on there.
Some of it is just kind of like, I feel like they're like, people are gonna hate on it, but they're gonna watch it.
Oh, of course. Like, we're gonna I'm gonna get the TikTok reviews from it. The TikTok reviews. I'm not gonna watch it myself.
I
but
don't
will
know
get
if
the
I
TikTok.
can stand watching it. That's the thing. I don't know if I can stand watching
No.
it. I'm like, why are you giving this woman who took away an icon a platform to be, and not only is she like freaking recounting all of this stuff of the murder of Selena, but in this documentary she starts disputing the fact that like she was covering up for Selena's extramarital affairs. She was like not stealing from the freaking fan club. She was getting reimbursed. And I was like, this bitch is about to drag Selena through the mud. Absolutely not.
But my question is, why'd you kill her though? Like, why at the end of the day? Like, why'd you kill her? You're gonna get on you.
Because I watched little snippets of this, right?
Yeah.
It was like she was scared.
But you had a gun with you. You had a gun on you.
But you ran after that bitch. You ran after her.
And we all saw the murder scene, and also like I hate to say it, but the actress who played Yolanda in the movie Selena. Anytime I look at that woman, I get upset to this day. Like to this day, I still look at that woman like, oh, she gonna kill somebody. I saw her pop up in that movie this Christmas with like, like it's like a holiday movie with like Chris Brown, everyone. And she played like a tiny role in that movie. I saw her and I said, get away from Loretta Devine. She gonna kill her. I said, not that witch. Not that witch is on here. Like, I look at her. It's like that Lawrence Fishburne meme from like Tina Turner movie. I look at it, I'm like, that's Lauren. Look, that's Ike Turner. It still scares me. Like, there's certain actors that stays with me. I'm like, oh, that's so and so. Nope.
See, and as an actor, that's like our worst fear. But also at the same time, it's like
compliment.
You can help it.
It's like I look at Lawrence Fishburne when he's in the show Blackish and all these different movies. I'm like, that's Ike Turner on site. He gonna beat my ass. Like, I look at that scared. Okay, it's like Denzel Washington, Training Day, or Hurricane. I still get nervous. I was like, oh, that's he gonna beat my ass. Like, there's certain actors like this. Oh, I remember that person. But Yolanda, that woman who played Yolanda, I don't even know her name, and I felt so bad because I just know her as on site. That actress on site, I get irritated with her.
Well, because that was a very successful movie and that story was tragic. So the fact that we're even getting anything from Yolanda is just
She's on site. If
Solid.
I in Texas too, they don't got no gun control out there like out here. So God,
Ooh,
she done.
look, they can freaking carry out there.
Yes. So Yolanda, girl, we don't need her platform. Oxygen, whoever
What the fuck
greenlight
were you
that,
thinking, Oxygen?
they must have like
You know what they were doing? They were like,
kids.
we're hurting for money. Let's do something.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, and I
ridiculous.
love Oxygen. They give me Snap, which I love. I'm the person who watch Snap or Dateline before I go to bed. Like, I don't have any problem. Like,
You
I
are
don't
a really
care.
big like murder podcast consumer.
So, with that, our new documentary that I made you watch, I have made
This
everyone
was
watch
so
this.
wild. When you told me this has been on my Netflix feed for like, I have seen it and I was like, oh, I should watch. Oh, I should watch. And then you hit me up and you're like, you need to watch this.
In the morning. It was like 7:30 in the morning. I texted you because I was working out. I was gonna go to the gym, and I was like, because okay, so one of my best friends, Candace, she texted me about it, and she's like, you need to watch this, whatever, right? And I was like, yeah, bet I'll watch this. I was like telling my other friend, I was like, hey, we need to watch this. Like, we need to watch this, and they're like, yeah, we'll watch it. And then we watched it that night, and I was like, oh. And the thing is, I know this story because it was on either 2020 or Dateline.
The
I think it was on
fact that you
2020.
fucking know this story. I
Oh,
had
I know that story.
Okay, so the name of the documentary is like, what was it? I think you told me it was like, oh gosh, no, I can't remember. Lover, stalker, killer.
Yes,
Lover,
that's what it was.
stalker, killer
on
Netflix. The fact that we were like, the story is wild, but the fact that we couldn't remember the name is like hilarious.
No matter how well you hit it off with somebody on the dating site, you don't really know who they are.
This was one of the strangest, most unpredictable cases I'd ever worked.
Prosecutors allege a love triangle turned fatal.
I was starting over as a single person, and I was determined to enjoy it.
Look, the production quality, I was intrigued by, because okay, so I love a cinematography moment. Everyone knows I love the cinematography. When they were showing like one of the victims' backgrounds, they had like the phone and they showed like her life through a phone. Oh, like, this is beautiful cinematography. But yeah, okay, Heather, you tell what it's about, because I get so excited.
Literally, like, Chauncey, I was watching that. Like, you text me like bright and early on a Saturday morning. He was like, girl, you need to watch this. And you sent me a screenshot. I was like, oh my God, yeah. This has been on my Netflix feed. And then freaking, I was like, all right, well, yesterday I like worked majority of the day anyway. So it's like, I like to have things be playing in the background, right? Why am I yelling at my damn computer screen as I'm trying to freaking do work? I'm like, what the fuck?
Because we know. So basically what it was, this guy who was, he was so nice.
I felt so bad for him. I was like,
I felt bad for him.
I was like, you literally just went out on a first date. You saw someone for 2 weeks and this shit went all the way to the left.
For 4 years. So this guy, he recently was like, single. His ex broke up, whatever. And he decided to get on Plenty of Fish. This is like 2012, something like that, right? A while, like this before, we're in like college. And it's 2012, got on Plenty of Fish. And I was like, I haven't heard about Plenty of Fish in a minute. So I was like, okay. And this is like when you're on the website, okay?
On the
Not
website,
the phone,
on the computer.
On the World Wide Web. So you're on the little World Wide Web on the website. And I guess he got on Plenty of Fish. He met this girl named Liz. As he called her, ambitious, a go-getter, because she has her own cleaning house and cleaning thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't ready to be, in a monogamous relationship, because he's recently single. He's on apps, like on that website. It's fine. And then he ended up meeting another girl named Carrie. Thank you, Carrie on at his job. She was like she came to get her car fixed at his job.
To get her car fixed or something.
Yes. And it was like they hit it off. It was like, okay, hello, bye. But then he saw her later, Carrie, on Plenty of Fish. Like a couple of days later, they connected. It was a great little date, and then he brings her over back to his place, for a little ponderosa, and then they got, the little something. They're about to do a little something, and then Liz comes up, and Liz knew that, the guy was not trying to be in a committed relationship.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, Liz comes out of nowhere and be like, I left something at your house. My question is, why did Liz pick that time to come to his house? She's been stalking.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes up, she sees Carrie for a hot ass second. Okay. She gets her stuff. Carrie leaves. She's like, okay, good, whatever. Hit me up later. Him and Carrie continue to hang out for a few more weeks after that. Everything's going well. And then it just
It was
led to
both
a different
fun.
situation.
It was both fun for Carrie
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. And I love how we don't remember the guy's name, but remember this it's sad we don't know the
Look,
victim's name.
that
But
was
like,
beside the fucking point.
yes. So Liz has lost her goddamn mind. And as a woman, I know for a fact you watch that and you're like this. There's no way that Carrie flipped the switch within 20 minutes to be
Oh,
this
no.
psychotic girl. So we all kind of knew as a woman, oh, Liz is a part of this. It's a little too crazy. Like, this is like a little too weird. I didn't know Liz was a go-getter like this, though.
When I tell you I was shook, I said, this bitch is crazy. Like, I shit you not. Like, okay, she ended up murdering Carrie, stabbing her to death. But here's the thing is before we even got there, we went on this whole ass goose chase. Like, we thought that Carrie was a crazy ass bitch. Like, we thought because all of a sudden she started hitting up the dude she was like seeing casually, his phone, being like, oh, you ended things with me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to come after your kids. I'm going to come after your family. I'm going to kill you, blah, blah, blah. And it started escalating to like way to the left. It was so bad.
Wow. Liz, I'm going to tell you, you know what? She was a crazy ass person. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to lie. She was a go-getter at one moment. She burned down her own motherfucking house, okay? Burned her house down. And
killed
then
all her animals. Killed all her animals.
Rest in peace, Cujo on them. But like the idea that she legit burned her own place, she was hooking up again with old dude because they're like, he was like, he felt supported by her because he was so vulnerable being stalked by Carrie allegedly.
Well, because they were painting it out that Carrie was stalking Liz too and attacking her car, keying her car, leaving her really threatening messages, burning her fucking house down.
Yeah, so allegedly when she got her house burned down by Carrie, Liz says, I can't do this anymore. I need to move. I need to cut all ties with you. That is a go-getting move. Like, you would think that Liz is the victim with that. The way she's like, I can't
thought
be with
she
you.
was.
And I was like this. Oh, that's a powerful ass little play right there, Liz. But Liz started slipping. And this man moved to a whole different state and tried to get back on Plenty of Fish again later. I was like, oh, I would have been known for me,
we did not learn our lesson. Clearly.
No, not at all. And then Carrie gonna pop back up like a true
Carrie, quote unquote, is gonna pop back up.
Carrie, I would tell you now, when you guys watch the documentary Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix, you're gonna be very, very shocked. Like, I was like this.
I was thrown in so many different directions. I was like, this is not what I thought was happening at all.
Because it wasn't supposed to be like that, Heather. It wasn't supposed to be.
Like,
it wasn't supposed to be.
For 4 years, Chauncey, after just hooking up with this girl for 2 weeks, for 4 years, this girl, oh Lord.
Like he did call her. He did say she was ambitious. She was a go-getter. She was. He did say that. He did. It did. But honestly, like, it makes you really be careful about who you meet.
Like, legit though. And then also we ended up finding out in the documentary that she was impersonating Carrie because Carrie had long been dead by this point. Dead. But she'd been impersonating Carrie throughout this whole time in the way where she was like messaging him, emailing him, all under the Carrie name and like page and everything. And then, oh girl, the IT, when they brought in the IT department, I lost my shit.
Carrie was a go-getter. Like, the way she was down for it. Only thing that got her caught up was one little evidence that got her caught up. It was about little evidence. And Carrie, and I'm sorry, Liza was acting wild at the end. Like, I was like, Liza, give it up. Like, you shot yourself? She shot and tried to blame on the ex-wife.
The fact that she was using her on again, off again boyfriend's computer to impersonate Carrie for this dude to like harass the shit out of him. And then to come to find out that her on again, off again boyfriend was actually the employee of the IT dude who was hired to freaking find out who the fuck was sending all of these. Girl, I cannot. I
It was
cannot.
just,
I lost my shit.
it was way too wild. Honestly, at the end of the day, great document. The production quality was great. That man, I would have to be in straight therapy every 5 days
I wouldn't
to
trust
make
no
sure I'm
one.
okay. Trust no. Who can you trust?
I'd
This
be
woman
like,
committed
"Fuck this
insurance
movie,
fraud.
I'm over it."
She committed insurance fraud. She burned her own house to prove that she is the only one for him. And then
She killed her animals.
I'm honestly, the idea, like, and I want to know honestly, what else has Liza done? Because this can't be her first
This ain't the first
rodeo.
one. She just got caught.
Just got caught. This ain't her first rodeo. Please check. Someone needs to do a deep dive on who she is as a person.
I highly recommend this documentary.
So please watch it on Netflix. Love Her Stalker Killer. It's a great documentary. As someone who loves like twists and turns and murders, top tier.
It's
Top
tier.
tier.
Top
And it's
tier.
a real story, which is sad.
It's
This is like a real story.
It's a mess. I got
It's
done
like-
with that and I said, "Will
It's like not that long. It's like maybe like an hour 50 or so. It wasn't that long. Like maybe 2 hours.
that
I don't
long.
know.
I mean, like hour 30. Yeah, it was not that long. It's like it's not an episodic. It's a for real documentary, but like definitely highly recommend. Top tier when it comes to the plot twists. Whoo! I did not see all of that coming.
Oh, we weren't supposed to, but thank you, Netflix. Once again, I'm pretty sure I saw this on like 2020, but not this in-depth version. Because if you watch it, and like when I watch it, I'm like, this looks familiar. This sounds familiar, but I did not know it was more in depth than that.
The fact that
2020
you
version.
follow murders
Yeah.
to the point where they sound familiar
Yeah.
enough to where when there's like a full-on documentary made,
Yeah.
Chauncey.
I love a murder and I love a scam. So yeah, so I do like it's a sick hobby, and I'm the person that goes, oh, she likes murder and scams. It's a sick hobby, but I have friends who like way more different hobbies than I do. So I feel like this is like a normal hobby that's like, you know,
True.
people are like, oh, it's not that bad, but it's pretty sickening. It's pretty sickening.
The fact that you know it enough. I mean, hey.
I knew. I didn't know Liza was down like that, but I remember that story. But yeah, please watch it, everybody. It was a great one.
Yeah, top tier. All right, we're wrapping it up there for today. As always, thank you for listening. Like we said in the beginning, we're gonna start doing bi-weekly podcasts of our lovely Hangover. And yeah, catch us on the socials, all things So She Slays. Catch us in the threads. Let us know if you watched this documentary and how crazy you thought it was.
Oh. And follow our new Instagram, the Hangover Podcast, because we made an Instagram specifically for this podcast, so you can get all our wild clips throughout the week. So we're super excited about that. So follow us
all
on
the
there.
wild clips.
But yeah, we are here and we're happy to be here, and we'll see you guys next time.
Toodles.